I got a man now. I heard you a fan now. It's a little bit too late to take care of me.
Hey guys, so yeah, welcome to my kitchen. I'm gonna show you guys how I would make baked ziti. This is actually my first time trying, but I've made lasagna and stuff like that, so I'm not too afraid to try making new stuff because at the end of the day, I'm the person eating it. I'm not cooking for a whole bunch of people anyway. So what I have here, I just have a strainer, then I have a bowl, you know, because you're just gonna need some things. I use ground turkey. You can use ground beef if you want to. This is the Butterball brand, and I have 1.25 pounds here. My camera act like it doesn't want to focus, so yeah, this is the brand that I use. It's been defrosting all day. Before anybody asks about this little setup, I'm super proud of it. You know, I did it myself. Well, the candle, I have it lit all the time, and it's from Bath and Body Works, as well as the candle holder is mahogany teak wood. Then I have 4 clear coasters up here from Walmart, and then these the mug and the plaque that says love, faith, and hope, I got it from Rue 21. It was like on sale for $2 each or something like that. And then these flowers in the vase is from, where's it from? Dollar Tree. What I have over here is a lot of stuff, and I'm actually forgetting my cutting board. So yeah, my cutting board is glass. It makes too much noise. I hate it. So when I'm cutting up this stuff, I'm gonna mute that for you guys so you don't have to hear it. This is really annoying. So I'm gonna use penne pasta. You can use, I think they have ziti. I don't know. I think I might have seen them in the store, but I'm just gonna use this one, and this is 1 pound. And yeah, I was gonna originally make lasagna, but I don't have the right pasta. So I have some olive oil, and what I'm gonna do is turn the brightness on my camera up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's a little bit better. So like I said, I have some olive oil. I have some ragu traditional spaghetti sauce, or I don't think that's what it's really called, but you know what we call spaghetti sauce. And let me see. This is 66 ounces. I don't think I'm gonna need that whole thing. So then I have 32 ounces of ricotta cheese. I don't think I'm gonna need this whole thing either. So yeah. The next thing I'll show is I have some salt, some minced garlic, green pepper, onion, some basil. I should have got rosemary and parsley, but I didn't see any in Walmart. So then I have some black pepper, some sugar. This is not going to be used, you know, a lot. It's just to cut the acid inside the sauce. And then I have some seasoning salt, some parsley flakes, Italian seasoning, and whole oregano. And I'm showing it to myself and not even showing it to y'all, but hopefully y'all can hear me. I have some butter. I'm not going to need a lot of that. Then I have some Parmesan blend cheese, which is Parmesan, Asiago, Romano, and Fontina. And then I have mozzarella. And then I have another thing of Parmesan. So I also have an aluminum pan, and I do have a glass pan and a metal pan, but you know, like the metal reusable ones. But I decided to use one of these because y'all know I live in a college dorm with 3 other roommates, and I'm not going to eat this whole pan by myself in one sitting, or I'm not feeding my friends or anything like that. So it's easier for me to make it in this because I can toss it instead of making it in my glass pan and putting it in the refrigerator, and then it's like built on and hard to wash. So yeah. Actually, before I start to cut up the peppers and onions, I'm going to go ahead and fill my pot about 3/4 of the way, and start to get that that water hot, because it kind of does take a little while. So yeah. So I just set it over here, and that's my roommate's pot. Then I have like some ISO detox tea brewing back here. Don't worry about that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and set this on to about 7 or 8, and it's like medium high. Well, 6 and 7 is like medium high, and then 8 and 9 are like high. So I'm gonna put it on 7 because that's my favorite number. No real reasoning behind that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the onions and peppers started. So I really don't have a technique behind cutting. Like, I'm not the most perfect cutter. I don't even think I cut well anyway. But my only goal is to not cut myself. So you can cut your onions and peppers to whatever liking you may have. I'm gonna go ahead and cut mine to my liking. Okay, so I'm gonna also cut up some basil. I'm not gonna use this right now. I'm gonna use it a little bit later, but I like to go ahead and have it ready for me. And I just really want a few leaves off of here. So what I'm gonna do, I just cut the little stem part off, and then I'm gonna just fold it or roll it and then slice it up a little. In the meantime, I like to have everything kind of finished around the same time, so I'm gonna go ahead and start preparing my pan. I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of butter in the pan, and I'm gonna show you in a minute. You don't really need to see that much. I'm just gonna put that in there and put it on about number 7 or 6, medium high, in the middle, and then I'm gonna get back to cutting up my basil. Okay, so my butter, as you can see, is getting a little bit melted and hot in here. So what I'm gonna do is get some of this minced garlic and get a tablespoon and put about a tablespoon in there. Oh, this is bigger than a tablespoon. Oh, no, it's not. I think this is a tablespoon. The other one is a teaspoon. Whatevs, y'all. The thing is, you don't want to constantly turn them too much, because then you won't be getting that good crisp. You won't be getting that caramelization on your onions and your peppers if you constantly turn it around and stuff. So you kind of want to leave it and let it cook and let it be. You can use olive oil instead of butter as a healthier alternative, but I'm more of a butter girl. I like butter, so yeah. So while our onions are over here and peppers and garlic doing their thing, now we're gonna go over here, and so what I'm gonna do is take some olive oil, and I'm not gonna measure it out, but I'm gonna try to do like 3 tablespoons, like 1, 2, 3, and I'm pretty sure that's probably more, but you kind of just do your own thing with your food. So yeah, I'm gonna take some salt. This is the kosher salt, and I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some of that in there. That's just going to give the noodles a little bit of flavor and help them to not stick. Well, as you can see, the salt is for the flavor, the olive oil is to help them not stick to the pan or stick to each other. On the box, it'll usually tell you how to cook your pasta, how long it takes to be al dente and stuff like that. This says cook for 10 to 12 minutes, and as you know, that's probably going to be al dente but you can take it off a little bit earlier if you're afraid you might overcook it. As you can see, they kind of have like a nice little, the garlic is definitely browned or caramelized. So what I'm gonna do is kind of shake them around like that. You can season yours. I don't usually season mine. Well, I usually do if I'm making like an omelet and stuff, but since I'm putting the ground turkey, I'm just gonna season it when I do the ground turkey. I'm just gonna break it up. So now I'm going to season my ground turkey. I'm going to use some salt, pepper, and really that's it, because the cheese and the meat sauce and stuff like that is going to give it a lot of flavor. Like I might use a little bit of adobo, but I'm not going to do too much there. So this is the seasoned salt. You can use regular salt if you want to, but I'm just going to use seasoned salt. And again, you can measure it out to your liking. I like flavor in my food, so yeah. And this is just a little bit of adobo. So you can also use garlic powder, but I ran out, so yep, that's a no-go. Just let everything do its little thing. In the meantime, I can go ahead and start to prepare the cheese, so I'll come back with that. So I have a bowl here, and I'm going to go ahead and use some ricotta cheese. I might have to add in an egg if it's not like loose enough, but we'll see. Probably won't have to do that, but yeah. I love the texture of ricotta cheese. It doesn't really have flavor, so I flavor it myself. But I'm just going to take 1, 2, 3 big spoonfuls of that. And then I'm going to take some mozzarella cheese. This is Kraft. I usually use like Great Value or something, whatever, like store brand, because it's a bit cheaper, but this might have been on sale. So I'm going to take about, this is a 7-ounce bag, so I'm going to take about half, which would be like 3.5 ounces, and put that in there. I'm also going to take some of this finely shredded cheese, and this is the Parmesan blend. I'm going to take a couple of hand spoons like that. I said hand spoons. That don't even make sense. But, yeah. Now, I'm also going to season this because, like I said, I like seasoning. I don't like bland food. So, I'm just going to take some pepper here and a little bit of that kosher salt. And that's it. Oh, no, that's not it. I like to put some herbs in here too. So, I'm gonna put some parsley flakes in there. I love parsley. So you don't have to overdo it like me, but yeah, this is my fave. And I'm gonna take some Italian seasoning. Some people measure it out, but you can eyeball it. So I'm just gonna stir that around. Because as you can see, it's not much. So I might have to do it again, but I don't mind. Yeah, this is gonna be like 1 layer. So you can just double up and use 6 spoons of the ricotta and a whole bag of cheese and stuff. So yeah, Gonna set that aside. So back over here. Gonna give those noodles a stir. They're about halfway done, 3/4 of the way. Gonna chop my meat up. And this is practically done, so I'm gonna put that on low. If you have a bigger skillet, that would be more helpful because you can put your sauce directly in here. My skillet isn't that big, so I'm going to put like a little bit of sauce, but not a lot. Of course, I'm at school, so I don't have a lot of resources. At home, I have such a variety because my mom's a chef and stuff like that, so yeah. What I'm going to end up doing is transferring this into that pot once I'm done using it. But you got to make it do what it do with what you got. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take like 1/3 of this sauce right here and put it in there. I'm also going to take that basil that we chopped up earlier. I'm going to take some parsley. I'm actually going to take the whole thing off because it's a little bit easier. I can get a little bit closer for you guys. I'm going to take some oregano, well, some Italian seasoning, some whole oregano. Then I'm going to give that a stir and let it simmer. Our noodles are about done. You can probably hear them. But you can drain yours if you want because it might be quite a bit of juice, especially with ground beef, not ground turkey, but I'm not gonna drain it. Put it on about 375 so that will be ready and warmed up by the time we need it. So just gonna pour that in there, making sure you're careful because steam will burn you. You can turn on the hot water to, look, the camera's fogging up. You can turn on the hot water, cold water, sorry y'all. Cold water to stop the cooking of your pasta. What I'm also going to do is take some more olive oil and just put a little on there and give it a stir so that they don't stick together while they're sitting in the strainer. You can use butter as well. So just going to keep that right there and we're going to go back over here. So my saucepan is rinsed out and I'm just going to transfer this over here. About 1/3 of what's left. 1/2 of what's left. But I am going to put a little bit of sugar to cut the acidity, which causes gas. Not too much. I don't like sweet spaghetti or lasagna or anything. And I'm just going to do like that and stir it in there. That wasn't quite enough, but so I'm just gonna sprinkle some more. And then stir that around. This step isn't necessary, but I like to put sauce at the bottom of my pan. As I told you guys, I haven't made baked ziti before, but I know with lasagna and Alfredo and everything else that I do, I like to just have the pan have some sauce at the bottom. And I'm just gonna swoosh that around. I'm talking to the spoon. It's okay if your cheese kind of mixes in when you try to spread it around. Parmesan cheese on top, as well as some mozzarella. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven, uncovered, for about 30 minutes. Still just out the oven, you have a little crusting up here, which is a good sign that it's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and scoop it out. I like the middle. I mean, I know it's not really cute when you take out from the middle first, but I'm gonna take out from like right here. Oh, do y'all hear that? I'm excited because it's my first time. Don't mind me. I guess I should have got a spoon. My plate broke, but that looks really good. I'll give you a zoom in from the inside. So yeah, I'm about to dig in, y'all. After I take some pictures for the thumbnail, oh boy. So